I was going out. I'm trying to think now. And I had told them in the morning, or you know, earlier in the day, that I was going out for a walk. So I never, and so I told someone there, but evidently I was out in the change in the, you know, change of shift, and whoever was there evidently didn't tell them, or they, you know, didn't remember being told. And when I came back, they were all looking for me.
Well, I came to visit her, and when I walked in, I just assumed she was in her room, and she wasn't. And so then I walked around to all the spots where she usually is, and I said to one of the people in charge, I said, "Do you know where Marge is?" And they go, "No, we don't know." And I said, "Well, she's not in her room, and did she go out with, you know, one of my brothers or something?" They said, "No, we really don't know where she is." I was like, "Okay, well, I'll take a walk around then and see if she's out walking someplace." So with that, because they were so, like, we didn't know where she is and, like, no big deal about it, I called Amy. I was like, "Amy, I'm here to visit Margie and she's missing." She's like, "What do you mean she's missing?" So then everybody started looking, and then as I was going through the houses that she normally goes to visit at, like 6 and 10, and they were looking through, and then she came out of 16. We were all on our way to 16, and she came out of 16. And we were
What happened?
Yeah.
So Marge, did you think that you had done anything wrong?
No, because I just went out. I assumed that they would, you know, if we were together, if I assume I'm going for a walk and I'm telling you, and then if it gets late, and you're off shift, you should tell the next person that, well, Marge is here or there, you know.
So you felt like you had done what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it was important to you to be able to go out and walk.
Oh yes, very so.
But then we realized that we weren't doing a very good job of honoring Marge's wishes, and she really shouldn't have to report in, she shouldn't have to really report out, and that, you know, Marge should be allowed to go where Marge wanted to go. This is her house and her community, and she knows a lot of people on this campus from living out in the community. So we met as a management team, and Marge is the pioneer that started.
So now, you know, now when I go out, I'll always say, well, I'm going over to 10, or I'm going here to see Alice, or, you know, something like that. So then, but even if I tell them that and they don't report it to a later person, it's still lost.
But it's okay, because Marge, we know where Marge usually goes, and sometimes you stay for dinner with Alice, so she gets to, you know, enjoy her meal like she would go over to someone's house for dinner. She works in the gift shop. She goes and visits a lot of houses, and she doesn't have to worry about that. She wears her name band, and she has a badge, so that if something should happen, they know her name and they can find her. And since then, about 9 people have the same privileges as Marge does, because they like to do the same thing. You don't realize until
you're one of us how much you appreciate it, you know.
So what is it you appreciate so much?
Being able to go when we want to, or when I want to.
You want to say more about that?
Say
more about that.
You like to do things on your own terms.
You like to be able to, you're free. You know, you're not locked in. You know, you're not locked in jail or something. Well, I'd like to go here, but I can't. Now I can just go in and say to them, I'm going over to see Buffy, or I'm going over to here to see Lucy or something like that, you know. Now, you know, and I'll be back. I tell them, you know, I'll be back in like an hour or so, and if I'm going to be late, then I call and tell them. But it's a really,
it's great.
Great. It's really great when you lose.